Hello everybody, welcome to another great episode of Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. I have something so special tonight, I'm not even sure what it is. Alright, Copper and Kings, which is a brandy distiller here in Louisville, Kentucky, has made this, we're going to look at it in a minute, for a private group called Derby City Bourbon Drinkers. It's a private group in Louisville, right? Derby City. It's one of the most interesting things I've ever. So let me read you something that was. This was, by the way, lent to me by one of the members. Okay, Jordan. If you've been watching the channel, he's a bourbon man, a whiskey man. I mean, solid. And he's been sending me and loaning me a lot of whiskeys from his massive collection to view on the channel. So big shout out, thank you to Jordan. He lent me this. I'm not sure I fully grasp it. Okay, this brandy. First off, I know I'm laughing because I don't know where to get started. I'm looking for the 126 proof, 63 ABV, all right? I'm actually writing this down. All right, so it is aged, it is aged in 1792 barrels, right? The brandy is aged in 1792 bourbon barrels. It's a 3-year-old brandy. And it's aged for 1.5 years. On top of that, in the 1792 barrel. Okay. And then 6 months in each of these barrels. Against the Grain is I've done a lot of reviews on their beers. It is a local brewery here in Louisville. And this is aged for 6 months in their Bo and Luke Imperial Smoked Stout. Okay, they made a smoked stout, which they aged in bourbon barrels. And the stout, which is cool, the ingredients are the same ingredients in bourbon. It's corn, rye, and barley. All right? And then it is smoked with cherry wood. And after they make the beer, they put this brandy in that barrel for 6 months. Right? And like I said, a year and a half, right? 2 years old. Then a year and a half in the 1792 barrel, and then another 6 months in a barley wine barrel. Barley wine made from the Brooklyn Brewery, which is here in Louisville, or at least a branch of it is, and that barley wine was aged in bourbon. And then they took that barrel and put it in there for 6 months. Are you following it? So it's crazy. Here's the, here it is. I don't know if you can freeze this and read it. It's incredible. It is non-chill filtered. It is pot stilled. No color added, no artificial, no caramel color or flavor, anything like that. Let's get into it. That's all I can say. So it's unique, isn't it? To be aged brandy and then put in those 3 barrels for another 2.5 years. And it's high, man. 126, right? Yeah, we're talking about, some serious, I mean, bourbon by law, this isn't bourbon, this is brandy, but bourbon by law can't be put into a barrel any higher than 125 proof. This is 126. Now, bourbon could come out higher than 125 due to water evaporating, but the point is, this is serious, I guess what the point is. So, no color added, there it is. I'm excited about it because that's a lot going on in here. There's some cool stuff. Those beers sound amazing. A beer made with the exact ingredients that bourbon's made from. Are you kidding me? And then smoked with cherry wood. I missed it, and I love that brewery. find a bottle that's actually going to last a long time. That was a high proof too in that beer. I did some research on it. Ooh. Wow. You know, I smell cherry. I smell cherry in this. Nice fruits coming out of here. And a little like a tart cherry. Yeah. Mmm. And there's that barley wine, there's that bourbon, there's imperial stout. It's all mixed in here. It's wonderful. It smells good. All right, let me get an acclimation sip, right? This is 126 proof. I don't want to fool around with this. Hmm. Hmm. All right. That wasn't for flavor. That was to acclimate me to this. But I can't wait. Let's do this one for the flavor. Wow. Mm. Man, I'm gonna like a cherry pipe tobacco that has been smoked, so you get the smoky ash, but underneath it, it hasn't been touched, and you get the fresh, fruity cherry sweetness from the tobacco kind of mixed in with the smell of the burning tobacco, the fresh tobacco out of the bag, cherry tobacco, and then a little bit where it's been smoked. Get a lot of cherry. And you know, brandy's grapes as well. And the fruit in here is just off the chart. Just almost a little bit of that cherry strong, orange, grape, maybe even a little, I say sour cherry or a little lemon. I tend to pick up, people have noticed this before, I've been tested on. I pick up a lot of fruit for some reason. I mean, a lot of things. Somebody told me it was genetic one time. I don't know. Some of the wood. Now, I had some bourbon before this. That's why this is tasting so different. It's good. It is winey. I like it. I think they did a good job. I don't know what they think about it. Drugs. Yeah, I mean, this was obviously an experiment. I think it's cool. I think whoever thought of this. Copper and Kings, American Brandy Company, made for Derby City bourbon drinkers. Sounds like a cool group. Yeah, going out and having their own stuff made, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll do a tour of this place too for you. But all right, well, thank you, Jordan. I appreciate this. This is the third one you've loaned me so far. No, I just can't thank you enough, my friend. This was interesting. This is cool. I'm not even sure how to label it. I'll figure it out to label it. There's a lot going on with this, man. All right, everybody. If you're new here, you know I do everything that has anything to do with alcohol. So check out my playlist. I guess I'll have my brandy one under this. So I can have a beer one under this. I can have all kinds of things under this. Anyway, I'll have my brandy one attached, brandy/cognac. Thank you for being here. If you can, give me a sub. And don't forget, I do everything that has anything to do with alcohol. And on Sundays, I do my famous Sunday morning coffee reviews. I'm going to sip on this for a while and just think about it, because it's different. It's interesting. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here.